In the energy quadrant, natural gas had a pretty wide range today, decent swings, not necessarily the actual price to price range that you saw during the course of the day, but we had a 3% swing, opening up and rallying 1.7% and then falling 1.3% versus yesterday's close. So a 3% swing from the high to the low that happened intraday, most of the sell-off later in the day prior to the close to finish natural gas lower on the day. That now puts us still in a breakout. Yesterday we had natural gas close above the 50-day moving average for the first time in almost a year, and that particular move not violated by this move back down. You have to see how the next few days play out. And weather is part of the reason, other than the breakout. This is natural when we have technical breakouts. You get a little bit of a pullback. Some people were looking at that 50-day moving average as potentially a target, but there was some surprise rain and cooler weather that hit the north and the Midwest with dampened shorter-term demand, getting some of those potential speculative longs out of the market. It's not necessarily the temperatures that are cooling, although we are in the mid-70s going into the low 70s today in Chicago. That's stretching over a lot of the Midwest and then moving toward the Northeast. But the rain that's coming over the weekend is going to dampen some of the need for that natural gas-driven electricity that powers air conditioning, that's going to combat sort of that hot weather system coming up from the south. You look over the next 10 days, still expected to be pretty high demand, but that little break takes a little bit of the sort of momentum out of those longs. And when you look at the EIA figures that were released today, natural gas storage showed a build of 81 billion cubic feet versus an expectation of a 76 billion cubic foot build, and a 5-year average for this time of year of a 71 billion cubic foot build. So a little bit better of a build, taking again a little bit of an edge off, but the excess inventory that we have continues to fall. As of about 6 months ago, we had excess supplies of over 400 billion cubic feet. We're now down to about 160 and change. So we're continuing to deplete those supplies, even though the last 2 weeks we've had build in those natural gas EIA numbers.